Hi, it's Thursday and today is my day to do a video. I'm going to do something that has been very near and dear to my heart since I was probably just pre-teens. I'm going to talk about anime. Now, my first introduction to anime was Astro Boy in the 80s. My brother and I would watch it on Saturday morning cartoons, and it just fascinated me. I mean, it was a little robot boy who had rocket boots, which was always cool. I don't remember a lot of the storylines, but I do remember really enjoying it. That and Samurai Pizza Cats. Now, I know it wasn't real, it was an anime, but all the dialogue was Americanized, so I'm not sure if you can really make that count, but I really like the animation, and I really love the dialogue. Like, sometimes it just made no sense, and we learned later on that the fact that it made no sense was that when they brought it over from Japan, it didn't come with any script of what they were talking about, and so when they decided to translate it, they just decided to make up whatever they could and match it to what was being animated. So that's what made it so crazy and had some weird ideas sometimes. Now, my first, I would say, really hardcore anime that got me into it, that got me to a couple of anime conventions that I dragged my mom to, thanks Mom, was Sailor Moon. I know it's cliche, but it was my first one, and it still has a place in my heart. I don't know it as well as I used to. My friends and I divided up our little group into Sailor Scouts. I was Sailor Mercury. They just gave it to me because they're like, hey, you're smart, you like to read, you get to be Sailor Mercury. And I'm like, I have long brown hair, and Sailor Mercury has blue hair that is short. And they're like, meh, whatever, this is what you are. I always wanted to be Sailor Jupiter because I figured that's who I looked the most like. I had the long brown hair and I put it up in a ponytail all the time, but nope, I got Sailor Mercury. Which, to be fair, I mean, and now that I look back on it, I like Sailor Mercury. She was awesome. She was smart and funny, and everyone came to her with issues, and that's kind of what I did with my little group of friends, so it kind of worked out. This was my gateway drug, Sailor Moon. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I started into Fushigi Yugi after Sailor Moon, and we watched the whole series of that one. One time my friends and I, we marathoned it, and we were up for about 36 hours straight on Jolt Cola, and let me just tell you, by the end of that 36 hours, we were very, very, very tired. Now, Dragon Ball Z was around the same time as Sailor Moon. I never really got into it. I got frustrated with it quite a bit, because the episodes did jump around often, and they seemed to scream for like 3 episodes straight, and they would just scream for 20 minutes, and then they'd be done, whatever they were screaming about. And that would be 3 episodes, and you're like, just do something. Why aren't you doing anything? This is so annoying. And so I kind of let Dragon Ball Z slide and just was like, you know, I don't need this in my life. My husband Mike, who you've seen in other videos, he was a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. He went through the trials and tribulations, he went through the screaming because he really enjoyed it, and even he admitted, he's like, it was frustrating because they wouldn't show the episodes in order and you didn't really know what was going on. Recently, maybe in the past like 4 or 5 years, they put out Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is amazing. It's basically, it takes out all of that screaming, all that, you know, filler that you don't need, that it just has like the plot, and you know, and you're good with it, and it's really awesome. Like, I really got into it because it was all storyline and character development, which is what you want to watch a show for. You don't want to watch for screaming. I don't want to watch for screaming. So around the time that I was just into Fushigi Yugi, Pokemon came out, and it was the first time coming out in North America, and everyone was really into that. That was back when there was only 150 Pokemon, and we liked it that way, gosh darn it. But then they come out with all these other Pokemons, and it's still running today, so I mean, kudos on Pokemon. Good on you. You've got I was 13. I remember 13 when he first came out. There was you know, Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon, which I never really got into. I think they were a little too on my tail end of my teenage years, so I just never really got. They seemed a little too kid-like for me. Inuyasha, I'm My Goddess, Ranma 1/2, No Need for Tenchi. I liked all of those quite a bit. I never really saw all of them through, but definitely a few of the episodes, picked up the books, really enjoyed them. Full Metal Alchemist, great show. They came out with another one called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is vastly superior. If you're just going to watch one of these, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the one you want to watch. The first one just kind of did away with the story, apparently. I'm not sure, I haven't read any of them, but according to some fan sites, that yeah, they basically just took the story and hucked it out the window. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is so good, so good, so good, was the one that more follows the books. I tried to get into Hetalia, which is all the characters are countries and they're all in World War II. It's very interesting, but it's weird, and I'm having issues following it. There's 5-minute episodes and they talk really quickly, and the subtitles are just going by and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't get all this information into my brain. I need to know Japanese to get really into this. But I'm liking the animation style, and I like, well, everyone knows I'm such a World War II buff, like it's one of my passions. So it's really interesting. I think I'll give it another try. I'm gonna keep on going through the episodes. We've also gotten into, basically in the last month, an anime called Soul Eater, which is amazing so far, really enjoying it. It's a school with death and death scythes and action, and they kill people and eat their souls, but in a good way, like they only kill bad people. It's really awesome. I'm really enjoying it. So that's where we are right now, and I'm pretty sure I'm done my time. So yeah, this is a logical stopping point.